Om. 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 Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatar varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Yathagner Dahika Shakti Ramakrishne Stita Hiya Sarva Vidya Swarupam Tam Sharadam Pranamamyaham Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukhaswarupaya Swamine Tapaharini Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Kayena Vacha Manasendriyairva Buddhyatmana va Prakrute Svabhavat Karomi Yadyat Sakalam Parasmai Narayanaayeti Samarpayami Shri Ramakrishnaayeti Samarpayami Tejosi Tejo Mayi Dehi Viryamasi Viryam Mayi Dehi Balamasi Balam Mayi Dehi Vojosi Vojo Mayi Dehi Manyurasi Manyam Mayi Dehi Sahosi Saho Mayi Dehi. Now selfless universal prayer. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, sarvastaratu durgani, sarvo bhadrani pashyatu, sarvasad buddhima apnotu, sarvas sarvatra nandatu. Durjana sajjano bhuyat, sajjana shanti mapnuyat, shanto muccheta bandebhyo, muktaschanyan vimochayet. Om shanti shanti shanti, harihi om. Slowly inhale and exhale now. 6 seconds or 8 seconds of inhalation. Same timing, 6 or 8 seconds exhalation. Very, very important. For a calm mind, a focused mind, a pure mind, a disciplined mind, visualize yourself breathing positive vibrations. And all the positive vibrations inside the mind and body are destroying the negativity. And slowly exhale, breathe out the positive vibrations. Slowly inhale pure vibrations, 6 or 8 seconds. Think all these vibrations, pure vibrations, are destroying or deleting, erasing the impurities in the body, in the mind. Slowly breathe out pure vibrations. Now slowly inhale strong vibrations. All these vibrations will destroy the weakness in the body and the mind. Breathe out the strong vibrations. Now you are inhaling peaceful vibrations. All the restlessness in the body, in the mind, are all evaporating. Breathe out the peaceful vibrations. You are in purity, you are in peace, you are in positivity. All around you, within you, above you, below you. You are like a pot in the water, in the river. There is water in the pot. There is water outside the pot, all around the pot. That is real fulfillment, real happiness. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from false to truth. O Lord, lead us from darkness to light, ignorance to knowledge. O Lord, lead us from death to immortality, from fear to fearlessness, from negativity to positivity. As you sit in the meditation posture, closing eyes, a little bit of simple pranayama. Now let us chant the Omkaram 5 times. Full concentration, devotion, and faith, please. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Mentally offering your salutations to your Ishta Devata in any name or form. All of us will offer our mentally pranams, salutations to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharda Devi, and Swami Vivekananda, and all great teachers, all great saints in the whole world, whose teachings, teachers and saints, whose teachings we all have inherited. May they inspire us with love for the truth. Now I shall play a small video, a bhajan, like yesterday. It is called Veera Senapati Vivekananda. Hindi bhajan on the invitation and the appeal of Swami Vivekananda himself. Listen to that, enjoy, get that positive vibrations, inspiration. Then we shall proceed with the class. Okay.
वीर सेनापति विवेकानंद आज पुकारे हैं, आओ रे आओ, उनके दिल की सुन पुकार, उनके दिल की सुन पुकार। महारथी कई आए रे आए, वीर सेनापति। स्वार्थ त्याग के अग्नि मंत्र से हुए हैं प्रेरित नई दिशाओं में। स्वार्थ त्याग के अग्नि मंत्र से हुए हैं प्रेरित नई दिशाओं में। त्याग कर सब सुख धरा के, त्याग कर सब सुख धरा के, दुष्ट शक्ति का नाश करो रे वीर सेनापति। वीर सेनापति विवेकानंद आज पुकारे हैं, आओ रे आओ, उनके दिल की सुन पुकार। महारथी कई आए रे आए, वीर सेनापति। हे प्रभु तेरे चरण दास हम लेकर आए हैं, जन्मों की प्यास हम। हे प्रभु तेरे चरण दास हम लेकर आए हैं, जन्मों की प्यास हम। तन मन धन कर तुमको अर्पित, तन मन धन कर तुमको अर्पित। तेरे आशीष हम पाने को आए रे वीर सेनापति। वीर सेनापति, वीर सेनापति विवेकानंद। हुए जे डाकी छे आए रे आए, आओ भाने तार आपो ना भूलिया, आओ भाने तार आपो ना भूलिया। कथो महारती छुटिया जाए वीर सेनापति। वीर सेनापति विवेकानंद आज पुकारे हैं, आओ रे आओ, उनके दिल की सुन पुकार। महारथी कई आए रे आए, वीर
Yes, that was a very powerful rendering by two young people of India, both from Hyderabad. One is an engineering student, another is a mass communication student going for psychology and philosophy. Both of them are students of our institute. They participated in several leadership contests. They have a talent of vocal music, instrumental music, and the stotram, the traditions of India. And that is how they are very confidently presenting Swamiji's message through music. It is their seva, it is their contribution, it is their bhakti, it is their sharanagati. So all of you whatever talent you have music talent, you have drawing talent, you have writing talent, you have painting talent, you have cooking talent, you have singing talent, you have management skills. Use it for the welfare of humanity. Use it for spreading Swamiji's message of boldness and strength and character. You know what he said, Vivekananda once? With no strength in the body, no enthusiasm at heart, and no originality in the brain, what will they do, these lumps of dead matter? By stimulating them, I want to bring life into them. To this I have dedicated my life. I will rouse them through the infallible power of Vedic mantras. I am born to proclaim to them that fearless message, Uttishtata, Jagrata, arise, awake, be you my helpers in this work. Appreciation or no appreciation, I am born to organize these young men. Nay, hundreds more in every city are ready to join me. And I want to send them rolling like irresistible waves over India, bringing comfort, morality, religion, education to the doors of the meanest and the most downtrodden. And this I will do or die. See the magic, see the power, see the feeling. Visualize it, how Swamiji must have spoken from different platforms, or his writings, or his conversations. What more positive teachings you want in life? Rabindranath Tagore says, if you want to know India, study Vivekananda. In him, everything is positive, nothing negative. Great Tagore, Nobel Prize winner in English poetry, Gitanjali. And all great leaders, and even the modern times also, some wonderful people, scientists, musicians, teachers, social workers, they're all inspired in a big way by Swamiji. So study Swamiji's teachings. It is 125 years since he started Ramakrishna Math. It is 125 years since he gave his lectures in India in 1897. Celebrations are coming in February, March, April, May, till 2023, 1 year celebration. So these courses, these classes, this interaction will help you to get connected. Okay? So all of you participate today, tomorrow, day after also, another 3 days. And note down all the points, make a beautiful summary, make a beautiful PowerPoint for yourself. And you can share it with others, share it with us also. And we will see how it can be broadcasted in our Facebook, in our Twitter, in our Instagram, in our YouTube channels. And it will reach thousands and thousands and thousands in the present and the future. Okay? So some of you, please open your videos, please. Let us see how you are, from where you are sitting. So today we'll continue, third day of the session, positive thinking. Sorry. You'll have a session by Sri Satyanarayana ji, K Satyanarayana, our senior most faculty, and who is a retired officer of the Indian Airforce, IAF. And then now he is into training, into managing things here and there in different, what you call business schools, and also in developing a area in Hyderabad, especially in the Banjara, in the Kukatpalli area called Pragati Nagar. And he was instrumental founding of the HRA, HMA, and other important agencies of management. So he's highly respected, highly loved, and is a great support to the Institute of Human Excellence. He's joining us live from Hyderabad, Sainikpuri area. So since online, we requested him to speak from his home itself. So please welcome Sri Satyanarayana ji. Namaste, Satyanarayana garu. You can unmute and speak. Unmute, Satyanarayana. Are you available? Unmute.
Yeah. Pranam Swamiji. Namaskar to you. Thank you so much.
Satyanarayana ji, how are you?
I am fine, Swamiji. I am fine.
As ever and positive as ever. Strong.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, my dear young friends, Drishti Padukuna Cheptunnanu, Satyanarayana garu is very young man of 82, 83.
Yeah.
Very young, is it not? Swamiji or La?
Yeah. I'll be completing 83 shortly, Swamiji.
See, 83 young. How training, officers, Air Force training, military training will help them to gain the mastery over the body and the mind. So Satyanarayana ji, as usual, there are students, professionals, elders from all over the country. So the platform is yours for the next 1 hour. Positive thinking. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. Pranam. Thanks a lot. Thank you for the opportunity, Swamiji, for sharing this. Friends, we have all heard Swamiji's introduction to the program today. You've already done the 2 days program. This is the 3rd day, and I'll take from the quote of Swami Vivekananda, which is shown to you a few minutes back on the screen. Only they live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. Now, why I want to start from this is ultimately the purpose of this whole life is to leave the footprints on the sands of time. Having taken birth on this earth, we must leave our footprints doing something to make others' lives a little more happier, a little more pleasant, etc. So otherwise, we would have just taken birth and also died without any consequence. So that's not the purpose. The purpose of life is to make some impact on others and do something so that you would have created some impact on the lives of others, some impression, some help, some way. That's the purpose. Today, we are remembering a Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, a Swami Vivekananda, a Ramana Maharshi, or a Mother Teresa, or a Martin Luther King, or Mahatma Gandhi. For the simple reason, all these great persons have lived for others. They didn't live for themselves. So the first thing in the power of positive thinking is that you must keep on thinking in your mind, how can I help others? These others may be anyone. It may be your parents, it may be your siblings, it may be your neighbors, it may be someone from your native place, it may be someone from your state, your country, or it may be someone from anywhere in the globe, anywhere in the universe, no problem. As long as you are helping others, you have actually fulfilled your life. So each day you must keep on thinking, how can I help someone else? Now, as long as you have this helping attitude, I am sure you will definitely live a very, very happy life till your last breath. In fact, I remember in 1922 when Albert Einstein won a Nobel Prize, the postman took a telegram. He was on a lecture tour to Japan. He was in a hotel room when he received the telegram, and then informing him, because those days there were no telephones, only telegrams. He wanted to give the postman a tip, but he didn't have any money with him readily. He took a piece of paper from the hotel letterhead and wrote one sentence in that, and then asked the postman, I'm sorry, I don't have cash to give you a tip, but preserve this paper well. Either you or your children or your grandchildren one day will make a lot of money from this paper. He knew that his signature is going to be priceless in times to come. What he wrote in that paper is, a calm and modest life brings much more happiness than the pursuit of success coupled with constant restlessness. Now, in this present world, what we are seeing is only the second part of what Einstein wrote. It is complete restlessness. We are running day and night, no sleep, no food, nothing of sort, no health. You don't bother about anything. You keep on running to make money. And then, you don't know by 25 or 26 itself, the people are having all health problems, stress, depression, heart attacks, strokes. Why is this happening? It's just because we are not bothered about maintaining a calm and modest life. So with that brief introduction, I will pass a little time and then ask you, I would like to basically ask you to ask me some questions, because I honestly believe the job of a teacher is never to teach. It is to inspire learning, self-learning in you. So from the last 2 days classes or otherwise also, you have joined this course, 45 of you are there online, as I can see. So you must be having a lot of issues, a lot of doubts or dilemmas in your mind. So to begin with, and also to make it an interactive session, I will suggest that you tell me what are the main issues that you want me to focus, or what are the main issues bothering you on this way to becoming a positive person or developing a positive attitude. Everything is within you, as Swami Vivekananda said. There's nothing outside, as I can tell you. So it's either you are positive or negative. There's nothing else. So be positive. Be positive. Don't allow those 10 deadliest enemies like Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, Dambhamu, Darpamu, Irshya. Let them not approach anywhere near you. So as long as you keep those deadliest enemies away, you are left with only positive attitude. Forgive those who have done harm to you, and love fellow human beings, as Mother Teresa kept on saying. Love others, because if you can love others, nothing else. And she also said, I think, if you can't love a person whom you see in front of you, how can you see a God whom you cannot see? So the first requirement for love is love fellow human beings. That's the most important thing. So with that brief introduction, before I go to either a PowerPoint presentation or a video, etc., any questions from you where what you want me to focus in this next 1 hour time? I'll be with you till about 7:30, 7:45. It's now 6:45. So anyone can ask me any question, any doubt, any issue that you want me to focus, etc. So that I'll concentrate on that.
I'm Sanjeev Sinha from Deoghar, Jharkhand.
I'm so happy, Mr. Sinha, you are from Chhattisgarh. You are participating in an online session with Ramakrishna Math. Most welcome, Sinha ji. Tell me.
My concern is, I studied long ago.
Yeah.
One quote of Swamiji, and it has influenced me in my workplace. Okay. Now there is one difficulty in implementing that. It was that anyone can do a great work if it is after his heart's to his liking, but the work is not to his liking, and he can still do great work. That is the greatness of a worker.
Yeah.
So while working in companies, often it happens that you don't get the work that you like. You get any work and you have to do it.
Yeah.
So it has become a habit to like the work, and in time I generally get into mode of enjoying the work. The
Absolutely.
problem that I'm facing is, since I have been doing all work with that sincerity, so despite the positive attitude, there is one great difficulty in focusing sharply on one great pursuit, which can be the vocation of life. So I will rephrase the question. How do I focus on one single or one great pursuit that I should be doing and choosing instead of doing many things?
Okay, good question, Sinaji. Good question. In fact, the first part of the question, I mean, what you said is right. Either you get into a career which you love, or the second best is that whatever job you get, you start loving it. So anyway, you're already doing that. You're already doing, in case you did not get the job of your choice, whatever job you got, you are putting your heart and soul into that and you are loving it. The second part is, as far as that is concerned, you are already enjoying, because you know how to love what you are doing, because you didn't have the opportunity of getting what you wanted actually. That's nice, really speaking, that's very beautiful. The second part, how do I get into a career or a vocation which you love? Now, here, the examples gather. If you know, this is one thing that no outside person can help you. It is your own heart, your own soul can tell you that what you love. Is it social work that you love? Is it serving the fellow human beings you love? Or is it some charity you love? Is it teaching you love? What is that really makes you happy? So one is, as long as you have some family responsibilities while doing something for earning, you can also concentrate on your the love of your life. Now, for example, teaching is my love. Now, in my childhood, I wanted to become a teacher. Now, the simple reason why I wanted to become a teacher was, I saw in my village, the teacher was the most respected person. So I thought, you know, even these landlords with hundreds of acres also keep respecting the teacher. They stand up when the teacher is coming in the road. So I thought if I become a teacher, I will also get the same respect. That was all the simple way of thinking. And then I wanted to become a teacher. Now, of course, in the long journey that I had handled many jobs. I served in the Indian Airforce for the first 16 years of my life, and then where I studied privately all my qualifications, BA, MA, LLB, etc. I did privately, and then after I came out of the Air Force, I entered into corporate sector and did many senior professions like personal manager, general manager, executive director, etc., etc. But then in the last 20 years of my life, you know, that right from 1997, I superannuated with, from government service. And then last 20 years, I've been teaching at the Ramakrishna Mutt. And I've been going to colleges, schools, etc. Now, this is the love of my life. Now, I go to government schools with my own laptop, with my own LCD. And I enjoy teaching the young children. And I've been spending a lot of time with school children, college students, Ramakrishna Mutt itself. In the last 20 years, 22 years or so, I am associated right from the inception of the institute. At least something like 18-20 lakh students must have passed through, out of which at least the personality development, the communication skills, etc. that I handle, at least, you know, nothing less than 10 to 15 lakh students. Now, it gives me immense satisfaction because my computer is full of, you know, mails from my students. Sir, I have heard after I heard your lecture that, you know, my confidence increased. Now I got selected to NDA. Now I became an IAS officer. I am undergoing training. That like, so this is what it makes a difference in Ajit. Now, what you love, you must decide whether you want to, which way you want to help the society, which way you want to enjoy your life. So it all depends upon, you see, Kailash Satyarthi enjoyed his life, you know, helping the child labor, releasing the child labor from the cruel employers. Say, Malala Yousafzai enjoyed her life educating the youth, fighting against the Taliban. Or look at our own, this one, the way Narayan Murthy, Ajim Premji, they are spending, the way, look at Ratan Tata, today is his birthday, how he is helping you know, Tatas are role model employers. I don't think any of my lecture goes without mentioning Tata's name. You know, there are, look at Achyut Samanta, Bhubaneswar. He educates 25,000 tribal children right from KG to PG, everything free, accommodation, food, no tuition, nothing of the sort. He educates only tribal children. There is one man called Dayakar Reddy in Hyderabad. 25 years back, he purchased a few acres of land in a barren place and then constructed houses for Hyderabad Alvin employees where he was a union leader. And today that village is an international story. It's a clean and green village. And he also runs a 100-bed multi-specialty hospital, a 5,000 school children, CBSE school with 5,000 children. He educates 630 poorest of the poor children, everything free. He selects them through IIT Ramaygaru. Absolutely. So it all depends upon what you love doing, and then slowly involve yourself. And then towards the end of your life, you will see, you will look back and say, oh my God, I have accomplished so much. That will make you look back and feel with satisfaction that the purpose of your life is served. Did I answer your question, Sinaji?
Yeah, perfectly well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sinaji. Yeah. Anyone else who wants to ask me anything else? Because, this answering question answer session will actually be more educative to you. See, the ancient Gurukul system, the Gurus never taught. The Gurus allowed the students to do self-learning. The students have to go to the teacher only with some doubt if they had while learning. The teacher would only clarify. This is because if the teacher has to teach, he will only teach you to the extent he knows. But if you are doing self-learning, then the sky is the limit. You can learn anything. Yeah. Any other question or any other query? Any other?
Yes, sir. I want to ask something.
Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, I am first year student and
are you Atul Kumar?
Yes, sir. I am from Uttar Pradesh.
Atul Kumar from Uttar Pradesh?
Yes.
My God. I am so happy. So this is an all India class. Whereas, in the normal physical classes, we used to have only students from Hyderabad. I think this online is the best thing that happened now. The positive side of Corona is that the online classes.
It's a great opportunity for us, sir. It's a great opportunity for us.
I know, but you see that's what I'm saying. See, Corona, everybody is cursing, but I see now the positive aspect. Now people have stopped traveling. The pollution has come down. The ozone layer is getting filled up, and then the vegetation is increasing. Now I see in my complex so many butterflies, birds coming regularly. So this is a positive side because the environment got cleaned up. Now people are not using the vehicles anymore. Yeah, good thing. Yeah, Atul, tell me.
Sir, I am first year student and I want to become a civil servant. Yeah. And the problem is when I'm unable to concentrate on my goal. That is, if I.
Atul,
yes.
My suggestion to you is, after the session is over, send me a mail. I'll give you my mail address somewhere in one of the PPTs. I'll give you.
Yes.
I will send you some of the stories of the IAS toppers, how they became toppers from the remotest villages. How did they get into IAS? See, they're very simple. If Swami Vivekananda, the power of concentration, how he had developed that. You should be able to, Swamiji gave us the meditation, the prayer at the beginning of the class. Why? Because that has, if you can keep your mind calm, even for a few seconds every day, it will increase your power of concentration. And that power of concentration will help you to focus. Now, for the next 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, till you get your IAS, stop all the other things. Everything is the time management. 90% of your time, available time, must go only for this purpose. Will it help me to clear UPSC? If answer is yes, you spend time on that. Otherwise, stop. Stop the social networking sites. Stop the chit chatting with friends. Stop these movies. If our PV Sindhu, if she won a silver in the last Olympics and a bronze in this Olympics, etc., for 2 long years, she was not allowed even to touch a cell phone by Gopi Chand, the Pulana Gopi Chand Academy, the coach. There are certain things that you need to sacrifice if you want to get something. So you need to concentrate. I joined Air Force only with high school qualification, SSLC. But I promised my mother that when I come out of the Air Force at the end of 15 years bond that I am signing now, I will come out as a postgraduate because one day I will become a teacher. This was my promise to my mother. Now in the Air Force, what usually the Jawans do, the they usually drink, they get into playing cards, they get into all sorts of bad habits, right? Because that's the way they forget their, you are far away from your family. You cannot even visit for once in a year or 2 years, once in 2 years only you can visit your family. So they get into all that. But since I promised my mother that I will become a postgraduate when I come out of the Air Force, my first posting was in China War. Despite being at Tejpur, close to China border, I never touched alcohol. I never played cards. I used every hour of available time only to read. The first 5 or 6 years of my service, when I was in the battlefield, I could not even start my studies. But once the war is over and I got my peace station posting, I started my PUC, then next 3 years BA, next 2 years MA, next 3 years LLB. By the time I came out of the Indian Air Force, I had all my qualifications, MA, LLB, etc. Now, how was it possible? It was possible only because I had to keep my word to my mother that I will become a postgraduate. I have told all my friends that I am going to become a postgraduate. I am going to become a teacher one day in my life. Now, if I had gone back to my village with only the same matriculation qualification or high school qualification with which I joined Air Force, at least my friends would have laughed at me. That's the reason. So you need to, you have wanted to become IAS. Believe in this, that you want to become IAS. Every minute, your muscles, your nerves, your thought, everything should be only focused around IAS. Read those inspiring stories, of people who got into IAS. I'll tell you one small story now. There is one girl called Akurati Pallavi. She is from Andhra Pradesh. She is from one of the very poorest of the poor families. She was studying in a government school. Now, one day, those days, there used to be no free lunch and all that. So every student has to carry her lunch, their lunch to the school. Her classmate did not bring lunch. She asked him, why did you not bring your lunch? She said, no, I can't even afford to have lunch, and I did not even have my breakfast. So this girl shared her lunch with her and then went home and said, Amma, we are ourselves poor, but I saw today someone who is poorer than me. She did not have breakfast. She did not even bring lunch. What can I do? Her mother said, maybe if you become IAS, you can help some poor people. We don't know. So this girl at that young age decided that I will become a IAS officer. Now, she never forgot right from that stage that she wanted to become an IAS officer. She finished her high school, then she finished her intermediate in Telugu medium. She also finished her distance education in Telugu medium degree. And then after degree, she wrote her civil service examination, first student to write civil service examination in Telugu medium. And she cleared both prelims and finals in the very first attempt. But she failed in the interview. Why she failed in the interview? Because she took a translator, because she was not from English medium. She thought those interview board members will ask difficult questions. So she took a translator. Now the translator whom she took was neither able to transfer the questions properly to her, nor her answers to the board properly. Now she realized in the interview that I am going to fail. Now as expected, she failed. Now she said this translator business will not help. I have to improve my own English communication. 2 years she took off. She did not write civil services again. After 2 years, when she is proficient both in spoken and written communication, she attempted again. She cleared both prelims and finals in one attempt. And then she secured a rank of 110. The 110th rank did not get her IAS. She joined some commercial tax or something. Third attempt she attempted, her rank was 191. It further dropped. Doesn't matter, her job is secure. Fourth attempt, she got into IAS, 55 rank. She is now a part of Karnataka cadre of civil servants. A daredevil IAS officer. She is a teacher. She goes to schools to teach. She is a nightmare for every politician in Karnataka. She does not obey anybody. She says, I can be removed only by President of India, and as long as my hands are clean, nobody can remove me. In the first 5 years of her career, she got 9 transfers, 9 postings. Why I gave you the story of Akurati Pallavi is the way this girl, who is the poorest, from the poorest families, if she could get into IAS. Now, fortunately, all of you who are attending the classes are not as bad as Akurati Pallavi as far as your economic condition is concerned. You can certainly become an IAS officer. Only thing is, Believe that, yes, I am going to be an IAS officer by so and so date. Decide that date also now itself. And then you come back and tell me if you did not become IAS. Only thing is, yes, it will call for sacrifices. It will call for your entertainment, your this one, your everything you have to sacrifice till that purpose is served. For 2 years or 3 years, in fact, I keep telling many people, struggle for 4 years, that 2 years of 9th and 10th and 2 years of intermediate, and then your life is made. Now, not necessarily that you should become IAS, or not necessarily everybody should become an engineer or IIT or IIM, etc. But all I am saying is, you struggle for 3 or 4 years at some crucial part of your life, and then the rest of your life you enjoy. And you relax in this particular period of, crucial period of 4 or 5 years, then you suffer whole of your life. The choice is obviously yours. Whether you want to struggle for a few years and then enjoy the rest of the life, or you want to relax these reasons, struggle the rest of the life. Choice is yours. Okay? So concentrate and have confidence that you are going to become an IAS officer. No, not even iota of doubt in your mind about the result. Decide that you are going to be an IAS officer and you will become. Only thing is, this decision that I am going to become an IAS will make you work day and night to study, to take guidance from the people, from the past successful people, etc., etc. I will send you a few success stories of the top people who got selected into UPSC. Send me a mail. I'll give you my mail address. Okay? ksnhrd@gmail.com. All of you can note down if you want to. KSN, that stands for my name, K Satyanarayana. KSNHRD. HRD stands for Human Resources Development, an association with which I am associated for lifelong. I have the President Emeritus title from that organization. ksnhrd@gmail.com. The 6 small letters, ksnhrd@gmail.com is my mail address. Okay. And if you don't get a reply in 24 hours time, you can call me. My number is 944 066 5375. 944 066 5375. Okay. Did I answer your question? How to improve your concentration?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Single-minded devotion, dedication to that purpose. Stop all the other things. In fact, in the time grid, you will find not urgent, but most important. This is the box. Remaining boxes are urgent, not important. This is the most urgent, but not important. Some accident case, you have to rush to victim, etc. Or some telephone is ringing, you have to lift. Not urgent, not important. Don't bother about them at all. Most of these activities are not urgent, not important. You're watching WhatsApp, watching Facebook, Twitter. They're neither important nor urgent. Why do you waste your time unnecessarily? Most urgent, not important. That's also not urgent, but most important. That box is where your IAS goes. It's not urgent. You have time, next 4 or 5 years. But that's the most important for your life, for your future. Focus all your energy on that, all your time on that, all your attention on that. And then who can stop you? Even God cannot stop. Let me tell you honestly. Atul. Okay? God bless you. Any other question? Any other doubt?
Sir, I am Lokesh from Hyderabad.
You are?
Lokesh from Hyderabad.
Joshi.
Lokesh, sir.
Lokesh, tell me. Yeah.
Sir, I am preparing for UPSC examination, sir, from last 1.5 years.
Okay.
Last time I didn't get through it, sir. But I am getting so much negativity from outside, sir, because whenever I'm preparing, you can't, as your general category, you're not going to get through it. And so much negativity I'm getting, sir, from my own people. They get to go abroad instead of doing this.
Lokesh, my suggestion to you is, in this world, there are a lot of pessimists, there are a lot of optimists. Now, all the negative feeling that you get, negative feedback that you get, the taunts that you get is all from that pessimist.
Yes.
Keep away from them. Keep cut off your relations from them.
Yes.
See, I come from Telugu medium. I studied in a village school.
Yes, sir.
My first interview was the Railway Service Commission Goods Clerk.
Yes.
I failed in that examination. You know why I failed? I couldn't translate a simple English passage into Telugu.
Yes, sir.
I read it twice, thrice. Only one word I could understand: farmer, F-E-R-M-E-R. Farmer ante Yasadadu. So, but understanding only that one word, I cannot write the translation for the entire passage. So I was looking for another word. And finally, I located another word, IDLE. What does IDLE means? Any idea? Anyone? Idle. IDLE.
One who doesn't do anything.
Absolutely right. So idle is nothing but doing nothing, spending unproductively your time, or just doing nothing. Yeah. But with my limited knowledge, and that too coming from a village, I interpret that as idli, and I wrote my translation. Farmers eat idlis in the morning, so they get a lot of energy. They cultivate lands, they grow crops, all that nonsense I wrote. As I was writing the translation, I knew that I am going to fail the examination. I didn't blame anybody. I didn't blame my parents for sending me to the village school. I didn't blame my teachers. I didn't blame anybody. I realized fault is with me that I am going to fail this examination because my knowledge is not up to date of English. So I have to improve my English if I want to help my mother. My father died while I was in the school. So I took an year to improve my English with that English Telugu dictionary I kept, and then with a Mahatma Gandhi's autobiography, which I purchased from the same railway station where I wrote the examination. And then I got another job. But that job was 30 rupees stipend, 2 years training. And I thought I can send even 5 rupees for my expenses, 25 rupees I thought I can send my mother. But first month mess bill was 32 rupees. It means I have to go to my mother and get 2 more rupees. For 2 more years, I cannot help my mother. So I looked for another job. Then one day I saw Indian Airforce advertisement, 56 rupees stipend. And then food free, accommodation free, clothes free, everything free. I thought, my God, what a beautiful job it is. I can send my mother 50 rupees. 50 rupees those days is like 50,000 rupees today.
Yes.
So 900 students were there on the first day. And then, to my good luck, only 7 people selected at the end of 3 days of written examinations. And only 7 people were selected out of 900. And I was one of the 7. When I joined the course, the entire course was in English. And I come from Telugu medium. In my class, there were one student from each state. We were 16 students in my batch and 16 people from 16 different states. Now, classes were all in English, notes in English, and it was tough. And I used to be scoring the lowest marks in the class. So what I used to do, I was scared that I may lose that job, if I don't do well. So after my batchmates sleep, in military, they are very strict. At 9 o'clock, the lights are switched off, and I used to pick up my books and then go to a lamp post or a veranda light and then read another 1 or 2 hours. My batchmates used to taunt at me next day, like your friends are discouraging you. Like that, my classmates used to discourage me. Oh, you are trying to get gold medal. You are trying to do that. You are studying extra hard. You are doing some chori. You are studying by theft, like that. The more they taunted me, the more I decided, let them laugh at me. It doesn't make any sense. So I used to still go ahead with the same determination that I think I will have to work hard because if I have to prove myself. So the more they laugh, the more my determination increased that I must do well. Some of them used to laugh at me and say, you will get a gold medal in the class. I said, Tadhastu, let that become true. And I used to think, yes, why should I not get the gold medal? And believe me, friends, in the passing out parade, I did walk away with the gold medal from my class. So why I am telling you this is, I was the lowest. I did not bother about my friends taunting me, rebuking me, or joking at me, etc. I went with that single-minded devotion that I must preserve that job at any cost because I was helping my mother. On every first, I used to go to post office and send 50 rupees to my mother. That 6 rupees was enough for me, for my expenditure. Everything was free. So why I gave you this example is, many people may tell you that this is impossible. This is not possible. You see, when Dasarath Manji was trying to cut that hill, Manji Marg in Bihar, Many people said, how can you cut a hill with your hand? You don't have, bulldozers, machines, cranes, you don't have. He said, I will cut one stone at one time. Has he cut the hill or not?
Yes. Yes.
Only thing is, it took 22 long years for him to cut the hill and make a road. So nothing is impossible. The more people laugh, everybody laughed at him. People thought he's a madman. How can he cut a hill? But that man knows that he's going to cut the hill. Similarly, if you are the person who is preparing for IAS, some of your friends are joking at you, are laughing at you, are saying that how can you get IAS, etc. Ignore them. You see, like that frog story, all of you know. 2 frogs fell in a well. All other frogs joined and said, you will die, you will die, you will die. One frog died immediately. But the other frog kept on jumping. And finally it jumped out. The frogs went and said, we were telling you that you will die, but how did you jump out? He said, my God, that's what you are telling me. I thought you were encouraging me to jump out. I am deaf. I cannot hear what you are saying. My suggestion to you, Lokesh, is become deaf to those pessimists who discourage you.
Yes, sir.
And then ignore them.
Yes, sir.
Keep off from them.
Yes.
Cut off your contacts from them. Surround yourself with people, pessimists. Surround yourself with people who encourage you.
Yes.
Surround yourself with people who give you the confidence that you are going to become IAS. I want to see you as IAS.
Yes.
As far as I am concerned, I am telling you, Lokesh,
Yes,
you will become IAS. Go with the same concentration,
yes,
and ignore all these people and work day and night, and then you will become. Absolutely no problem. Yeah. Yeah. Any other question?
Yes, sir. This is Shweta from Hyderabad. So,
Shweta, nice. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I have one question. Like people around us may not be positive or good, like our co-workers or superiors or someone.
Yeah, yeah.
Their attitude might be like to criticize or blame of our juniors or someone. So how to handle such kind of situation? Like if our job is in their hands. So what will be our like response to them?
Shweta, as long as they are your peers, they just joke at you or they don't cooperate with you, they criticize you, etc. Just ignore them.
Yes, sir.
See, sometimes, of course, it requires a little bit of wisdom or maturity on your part to see that you don't become a victim. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I can give you an example. Now, sometimes, even at this age of 83, can you believe I walk about 10 to 12 kilometers every day? I do yoga, I do meditation, I do physical exercises. I climb nothing less than 40 to 50 stairs every day. Not stairs, floors. 50 floors I climb every day along with my, walking. Now, sometime when I had physical classes in the Ramakrishna Mutt, early morning, by 8 o'clock the class starts. So I will have to start from my home at 7 o'clock. If I had to start from my home at 7 o'clock, I will have to get up at 5:30 and then get ready. So I don't have time for walking or yoga or meditation or exercise. What do? I'm waiting for the bus at the bus stop and I start doing some exercises there. Now, some youngsters like you, Shweta, may be laughing at me. This old man, why is he doing exercise in the bus stand? Is he madman? But whatever they think, how does it affect me, really speaking? As far as I am concerned, I want to spend my calories and I am careful about my health. That's all it concerns me. I am not worried about whether that man is joking at me or laughing at me or heckling at me. How does it matter to me? I keep doing my things.
Yes.
So similarly, as far as you are concerned, it's like as the elephant is walking, the dogs start barking. Does the elephant bother? Similarly, you become an elephant. You just magnanimously, you just do your job, go ahead with your determination, willpower. These things require a certain amount of personality, Shweta.
Yeah.
You become a unique person, then the same people who are laughing at you today or who are criticizing you will start respecting you, will start holding you in high esteem after some time. The moment they know that you are a person who is not buckling under pressure, who is, firm, once they know that you are strong, then they will all come and, prostrate at your feet. So it's a question of your trying to establish your own personality. That's what it matters, actually speaking. Okay.
Okay,
so
sir.
there are basically if someone is criticizing at you because it may be out of jealousy, it may be out of some envy. They are not like you. You are far above them. That's the reason why they want to cut these jokes or cut some nasty comments at you. Don't bother about it. The more they do that, the more, as I told you, the more they taunted at me, the more I concentrated on my studies. And finally, I walked away with the gold medal. That's what you should do. Don't bother, ignore.
Thank you.
Okay. Very good evening, sir. This is Shashidhar from Hyderabad.
Shashidhar, tell me.
Sir, one basic element is perseverance. Like when we start any task, like we continue to do for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and sometimes that the perseverance goes off, and we tend to follow the same old routine.
Yeah.
So this has been a major element in almost everyone's life and all. How to face such situations, and any live examples in your life, sir?
Yeah, I will tell you. No, I just now told you, Shweta asked, I said, I climb 40 or 50 floors every day, right? Every morning when I go, climbing the first floor is always very difficult. I think, can I climb at least 10 floors today? I'm not sure at that moment of time. But as I start climbing, the 10 is over, 20 is over, 30 is over, then again I might 40 or 50 I touch, then the day is over. So the question is, especially for those people from Andhra, Andhru Aramba Sorathuladu Pure Marke. We start everything with great tempo, enthusiasm, etc. And then the damn thing wanes out in a couple of days. That is not a good thing for any person. If you are a person who wants to do something, you must have that perseverance. Veetur Sundaramurthy garu antaru kada, Adai Ramudu cinema anukuntanu. Manishe puttinavadu karadu matti bomma, pattudale unte kagalalu maro brahma, krishi unte manusulu rishulu avutaru, mahapurusulu avutaru, taratarani tarani velukulu avutaru, yalavelukulu avutaru. So the pattudala means perseverance. Nothing else. Never give up attitude. So it is that never give up attitude is what actually is the strength for achieving anything. You see, in my life, I would say, I am not intelligent like any of you, let me tell you honestly. But how is that being born in an agricultural family in a remote village? How did I do all this? And then finally, I became an executive director of the National HRD Network for the entire India. And I established the Hyderabad chapter. And then I became, senior general manager, Nizam Sugars. Finally, when I retired, I worked as IR manager for ECIL, many organizations. And I worked with Dr. P.C. Alexander, who was later governor Maharashtra. He was cabinet secretary to Indira Gandhi. How did I accomplish so many things in my life? It's because of that single factor called perseverance. When you want to do something, don't give up. Remember what Thomas Alva Edison said. He failed 1,000 times to perfect that electric bulb. When someone asked him, you have failed 1,000 times to perfect an electric bulb? He said, no, I have learned 1,000 ways in which an electric bulb will not work. So each failed experiment was nothing but a new learning. Similarly, for you, the perseverance is, yes, once you fail, twice you fail. Even when we started walking as a children, did we walk straight in the very first attempt? We must have fallen down many times and broken our knees or elbows, but still we perfected our walking sometime later after a couple of falls. And your mother would have encouraged you saying that you were walking very well, but the stupid ground was at fault, not you. The mother was only encouraging you to walk again. So it is that perseverance that what is needed for anything. For example, yesterday you saw that tweet of Anand Mahendra somewhere. Some person in Delhi without hands and without legs, he converted his two-wheeler into a body truck to carry goods and deliver. And he doesn't have both hands and both legs. He sits on that and he turns the handle with his shoulders. And Anand Mahendra saw that video of this boy without 5 years he has been driving that to support his ailing father and his family, etc. Somebody shot a video and put it on social media. Anand Mahendra told his team that take him as a business associate in the company and then give him the last mile delivery, etc. The point I am trying to tell you is, how did this man perfect driving a wheeler or a two-wheeler with a carriage added at the back, modified? Or Jessica Cox, the lady born without both hands. She is the licensed pilot to fly an aircraft solo. She flies an aircraft with her legs. So how did she do that? It's just nothing but perseverance. It is just practice. It is just that the self-confidence coupled with perseverance. It is both that they have the confidence that they can do, and then they don't give up easily. They fail once, twice, thrice, any number of times, but then finally succeeds. So most of the sportsmen, the same thing, the perseverance. They don't give up that easily. So learn from the lessons from the successful people who failed. You see, Honda, Surichira Honda, how many times his factory was destroyed? In Second World War, his factory was destroyed. Some earthquake, his factory was destroyed. Some fire accident, the entire factory was destroyed. Yet, the man established. Today, Honda is one of the leading manufacturers of automobiles in the world. Same is the case with the man who established the Disneyland, Walt Disney. How many times he failed? Nobody offered him a job. Even finally, he succeeded at the age. Same is the case with that, your formula, Kentucky Fried Chicken. So all the success stories tell you that Abraham Lincoln's life itself, how many times he failed in his life. Yet he finally, by the age of 51 or 52, he became the president of America. He failed in everything that he touched. He failed in business, he failed in law, he failed in the marriage. Marriage was a failure, he lost his child, so many things in the life. But yet, he finally succeeded. So, in fact, failure is the part of what is failure? First attempt in learning. The more you fail, it means you are climbing up step by step. Don't get disheartened. It happens. And if somebody tells me that he had no failure, I will say he has never attempted anything new. So this perseverance, you will have to train your mind to succeed, to do again and again. Like as I said, climbing in the first stage, I find it really difficult. But the second, the third, the fourth, till my 40 or 50 or over, I won't even get back to my home. That's what it is. So have that perseverance, set goals. Say today I will do this much. Don't go without doing that. Then it becomes a habit to you. When you do something for 21 days, Robin Sharma says in that the monk who sold his Ferrari, anything you do for 21 days, on the 22nd day, it becomes a habit. You practice something for 21 days and then you achieve. Afterwards, it will become a habit. Okay? Our perseverance automatically comes to you. You won't give up. It will become a habit for you. Okay? Did I answer your question?
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Yeah. That this, do you obey your mind or do you control your mind? This is a basic question in personality development. This is a basic question in your positive thinking. If you control your mind, you succeed in everything. If your mind controls you, it spoils you in every possible way. Don't become a slave to your mind. This is like a drunk monkey mind. So don't listen to it. You control your mind. You control your thoughts. You allow only positive thoughts. You say, the mind will always tell you at 4 o'clock, no, sleep for 1 more hour. He said, nothing doing bloody thing. It's already 4 o'clock, I must get up. This is Brahma Muhurtam, I must read it at this time so that I absorb well. So overrule the mind as many times as possible every day. Don't become a slave to this mind. Mind is like a monkey. Be careful. Okay? Yeah.
So I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, if I think some things which is like in good pace, or if I think some thing which is in tentative pace, could you just explain about that, sir?
Not clear. Please repeat again. What's your name?
Vinay Madhav, sir.
Vinay Madhav. Vinay, tell me. Explain me once again. Explain me once again.
Yeah, 1 minute, sir. If we think one side which is in good pace, or if we think one side which is in tentative pace, could you just explain, sir?
Think only the good one.
Okay.
Don't think anything that is not positive. Everything has a two way of looking at it. Okay. I will tell you. Once me and my wife were going in a road. Those days the road dividers were not there. An RTC bus came and hit my car.
Yeah.
The car was very badly damaged.
Yeah.
Fortunately, me and my wife, nothing, not even a scratch. Now, immediately, should I blame the God for making this accident and spoiling my car, or should I thank God for saving both of us without even a scratch? The first thing I did was I thanked God. But nothing happened to us. Only the car got damaged. It's okay. I can send it to a garage and get it repaired. No problem at all. Once a businessman's house along with business got burnt, complete, with nothing but clothes on the body, nothing is left. This man puts a notice board next day. My property is burnt, my house is burnt, my wealth is burnt, everything is burnt, but my enthusiasm is not burnt. I am going to start my business tomorrow. Now, the question I am trying to tell you is everything has two sides to look at, a positive side and a negative side. Someone abused you. What do? You abuse him back, or you pray God to give him better sense not to abuse others. And the second thing, if you can do it, you are developing mental peace. The first thing you do, you revolt against him, you also beat him, he will beat you, then both of you enter into hospital and get admitted and all that nonsense. So the question is, every action has a positive side and a negative side. By practice, if you learn to do positively, then you will achieve great success in life. Okay. If you start looking at the negative side, then you will end up yourself with all sorts of difficulties face to face. So don't do that. Okay. So
I have a doubt, sir. This is Venkateshwarlu.
Venkateshwarlu, Chappamma. Tell me.
Sir, I'm an advocate from Chilkalurpeta.
Okay. Very close to my native place. I am from Pachur.
Okay, sir.
Pachur, Bodawada. It's a small village. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Sir, actually, to the current social ideologies, does Vivekananda slogans will work? That means, if we are coming from a mud and going to a mud, in between, does it require to have a wonderful bath?
Venkateshwarlu garu, kindly repeat again. The last part of the question was not clear to me.
If we are coming from a mud place, very dirty place, and again we need to go into a mud place, in between, the wonderful bath is required. That is how I feel the Vivekananda slogans are to the current social ideologies and methodologies, attitudes of the people in society.
I get your point. Okay. Coming to the Vivekananda Institute is like taking a bath, but then you are getting into normal life, then the same damn thing goes on. Okay. Fine. Now, Venkateshwarlu garu, it is like this. In a world dealing with all these maladies or malices, can you still think that you can lead a happy and peaceful life? That's the question for all of us. Now, say, look at a couple of people. I'll tell you now. Look at Narayana Murthy and Sudha Murthy. Now, they established Infosys with their own money, 10,000 rupees, some 5 partners, etc. Or look at Tatas. You read Jamshedji Tata, JRD Tata, Ratan Tata. Now, all of them, the way they established the Tatas, their business was nation building. Their business was never making money. The moment the corona broke out, 1,500 crores Ratan Tata gave from the Tata Trust to government. Now, the whole point I'm trying to tell you is Sudha Murthy keeps on spending thousands of crores only on education and health of the children in the southern states, families. Now, why I am telling you these examples is, you see, in a world ridden with all the, whatever you said, they are dirty or mud, etc., there are still islands of, peace somewhere, you will find. So you can be that island again. You don't have to really move into that mud. Once you are a person who loves what Swami Vivekananda said, or Ramkrishna Paramahamsa said, or Ramana Maharshi said, you can be in the world, but it is like the boat is always in the water, but the water should never get into the boat. You practice, whatever, honestly, as long as you are sticking to some principles, more and more people will love you, respect you, admire you. In fact, there are several examples I can give you of even people like Nani Palkiwala. You know, so all said and done, there are eminent advocates who led a clean life without compromising their values. In fact, but when I wanted to register after my law, I wanted to register as an advocate. A close friend of mine who was practicing by that time in the High Court said, Satyanarayana Garu, you will not suit for the advocate profession. Don't register. You will have tension every day. So maybe but I made a mistake. I should have registered actually, but I didn't register. Venkateshwar Garu, my suggestion to you is, once you come into the Ramakrishna Mutt, you cannot go back. This is like a place with no outlet. It has only inlet. Once you are wedded to the principles of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Swami Vivekananda, or Theata Mata, you will not be able to again get into that your previous way of living, because somewhere your conscience will always oppose you. No, don't do this. What you learned at Ramakrishna Mutt, what you learned at the feet of Vivekananda. So it will keep on obstructing you. It will put you on the right path. It will not allow you to get into the mud once again. I am confident on that. You see, I entered Ramakrishna Mutt 20 years back, and I am not able to come out of it. You cannot come out of that. This is like, I told you, this is like your social network site. It's only entry. There is no outlet. So you can only come in. You cannot go out. So this there is a force. You know, even practically, I will tell you. Every time I have a class in Ramakrishna Mutt, I reach Mutt in no time. Even if there are no buses on that day, somebody or other, some known person will come and give me a lift after Ramakrishna Mutt. But while coming home, I won't reach that fast. The Mutt has an attraction. The Mutt has an attraction. You know, the two great organizations of this India are Ramakrishna Mission and Mutt, and Bharati Vidya Bhavan, established by Kulpati K. M. Munshi. These are the two great institutions of India which promote the Bharatiya culture and values. So these institutions will not allow you. I am a member of Bharati Vidya Bhavan. I am also a member of Ramakrishna Mutt. So these institutions will not allow you to get out of that, to get back into the mud. That's my hope. And it will not happen. In fact, if you see Ramakrishna Mutt, see all these children who get into the mud, they are there for lifelong. They won't go out. They may not become Swamijis. They may not become monks, but they will become wedded to the principles which Ramakrishna Paramahamsa or Sharada Mata or Swami Vivekananda taught and practiced. You will remain wedded to that. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So you come and take bath. Don't go into the mud again. Yeah.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, this is Swami from Hyderabad.
Swami, tell me.
So, firstly, I would like to thank you for giving us an inspirational, real examples from your life and other eminent people.
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions, sir. Number one, like as you mentioned, like we need to control the mind.
Yeah.
What tips, like the basic tips we require, sir? Because since we are not very familiar to that. So if you can give some tips, that is one. And second thing is on the positive, like how to stay positive all the time. So we require some initial tips so that we can imbibe in our daily life.
Okay. So two questions you asked me basically. The first question is what was the first question?
How to control the mind, sir.
How to control the mind. And the second question is how to remain positive. Yeah.
Yes, sir. In all situations.
Yeah, two situations. Yeah. Controlling the mind. As I told you, this is by consciously, you will have to keep on overruling the mind. Mind always wants to take the shortcut to the pleasure. Okay, let me watch this fun game on the TV, or let me enjoy, or let me enjoy a drink, or let me enjoy some luxury, or some this one. It keeps on advising you all wrong things. Okay, now you need to overrule that and say no, nothing doing. If you make this body comfortable, if you make this body pleasurable, if you make this waste your time on this type of things, ultimately it will ruin your future. If you remember this, then you will always overrule your mind. You will say nothing doing. Some of your friends will say, come on, let us go to bar and have a drink. You must say, no, today I have to finish a book on Ramakrishna Paramahamsa or Swami Vivekananda, or I have to finish a book of, Dale Carnegie. I want to go and read. I'm not coming with you. Whatever may be your pressure, your friends force on you, or whatever may be this one, you must say, this is the way that I hold. In fact, once Pupul Jayakar said, what is majority? A majority is one person standing with courage of conviction. A million people standing on the other side becomes a minority. But if you are a person with that courage of conviction who can stand alone, then you are a majority. You must always be a person who can overrule the mind. Mind will always tell you wrong things. See, if my wife tells me to go and get 1 kilo onions, I just go to the shop and get 1 kilo onions. I won't look this side, that side, and come back. But there is a tendency that to see buy one, get one free. Why not I buy this, one more shirt I get, one more shirt I pay. Then you buy that. Really, do you need that? You don't need that. Your mind will tell you, I said, come on, buy this one, you are getting free. He said, nothing doing. I don't want anything free. My wife told me only to get onions. I'm going to get onions, nothing else. You must be able to consciously practice how to overrule this fickle mind with all sorts of funny desires. It will always tell you, as I told you, every morning that I get up, sometime I say, okay, can I do my 10,000 or 15,000 steps today? I'm not sure when I get up in the morning, but then by evening, by the time I go to bed, my Fitbit always shows me 14,000, 15,000, 16,000, sometimes 20,000 steps, sometimes even 30,000 steps. So how do I achieve this? Because I keep on overruling the mind which asks me to take comfort. Come on, relax. Come on, sleep. Come on, enjoy. I don't want to enjoy. I want to finish my target. So similarly, I think the key here is you set small targets for yourself, and then you will be able to overrule your mind. You got a good book, say How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. You want to read that. You must say, I will read this book in 2 days' time. The book is 200 pages. I will read 100 pages today, whether it is 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Don't go to bed unless you finish 100 pages. It will give you confidence that you have the power to overrule the mind. The mind says, no, you wanted to read 100 pages, you read 10 pages, it is okay. Remaining 90 pages, you will read tomorrow. Nothing doing. You you overrule the mind and say, I wanted to read 100 pages and I will read 100 pages before I go to sleep. So that is the way you need to treat this mind as a person which is trying to misguide you, which is trying to pull you down, which is going to spoil your future. And then you want to overrule the mind. Consciously, you must say, take that difficult path. Then you will see, great success on your coming. So controlling the mind by consciously overruling all easy things. Mind is always for easy things. Opt for the difficult thing, then you are overruling the mind. The second one, how to be positive all the time. Now, this is again a little difficult thing, but then nothing is impossible. You keep on looking at the world, with a positive outlook and say, read. My simple suggestion to you is read only good things. When I open the paper, I won't read anything in the first 1 or 2 pages. Nothing. These are all bogus. They're all sensational news, murders or rapes or some corruption or some scam, nothing. Only dates and figures are different. Rest all the same thing. So I will go into look some great achievements, great accomplishments, outstanding achievements, some trailblazers, some trendsetters, people who have done something outstanding. I will look for those stories, like the businessindia.com, the goodnewsindia.com. There are a lot of websites which keep on publishing only good stories. Or read the autobiographies and biographies of great people like Nelson Mandela, Anna Hazare, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Swami Vivekananda. Read all the freedom fighters, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Dadabhai Nauroji. Read all those great autobiographies and biographies. You will know what life is. You will know what inspired them to such great things. Why we remember them today, even after hundreds of years. Read the stories of Maharana Pratap Singh, Chhatrapati Shivaji. Read all those great stories, Ahalya Bai. Then you will remember, or read stories of Bhagat Singh or Chandrasekhar Azad or Sukhdev, or read all those You will know Subhash Chandra Bose, Allur Sitaram Raju, then you will know what motivated these people to sacrifice. So keep reading only positive things. Don't read these scams, don't read this corruption, don't read this nonsense. All those, what TV, what print media, what electronic media is doing, it's all muck. It's all for their ratings. They make it sensational and no value addition for you. My suggestion to all of you is read only for positive news. So read positive stories, read histories, life histories of great people, read histories, read our ancient history. You will know what great things we can accomplish. Okay. So that is the way you can keep yourself positive. For a personal life, I'll tell you, someone has done some harm to you. Don't try to take revenge on him. Don't try to go for fighting with him. Go into your room, sit in the corner of a room and say, God, please give that person a better sense. Let him behave properly. Please, bestow on him some sense of wisdom, some sense of... Pray that, and then you will find that you have more peace than anybody else in this world. Yeah.
Sir, one more last question, sir. Somebody came across when you have a confusion between the heart and head. Most of the people say you need to follow the heart.
Go by heart.
Go by heart. So, sir, could you please explain us with some example?
See, the problem is again the same thing. The mind, the heart, the head. It always is. It's analytical. Nagame profit dintlo, nagame undi dintlo. What is the benefit? Or the logical. It is more logical. It is more analytical. It is more this one. Even the brain has two portions: the left side and the right side. The left brain is more analytical. It is more powerful. It is more, worried about the worldly affairs. The right side brain is always the soft one, the kindness, compassion, goodwill, etc., etc. Now the heart is always, it is always about kindness. It is always about compassion. It is always about empathy. It is always about how to be kind to an animal, kind to a bird, kind to a dog, kind to a fellow human being. So it all speaks about the heart is always kind. That is the reason why people say whenever there is a confusion, whenever there is a conflict between head and heart, follow the heart, because the heart is a sign of love, a sign of compassion, a sign of kindness. Now, in fact, all of you know, we all talk about the yoga, but none of us really understand what yoga is. See, in yoga, the Ashtanga yoga, it has the 8 limbs, right? So the first one, Yama, it has 5 subparts, and the Niyama also has 5 subparts. The first subpart of Yama, Niyama, Asanas, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dhyana, Dharana, Samadhi. These are the Ashtanga yoga. In the first Yama, out of the 5, Ahimsa, Apragraha, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Satya. Now these 5 again, if you see, the first one is Ahimsa. What is Ahimsa? Ahimsa is not to cause any hurt either by word or by thought or by action to any other living creature. Not only to human beings. It is believed that the same Brahman, the same soul, the same Atma is there in every living creature. Now, how many of us really understand this Ahimsa principle? Not to cause harm to another living creature by either by your thought or by your word or by your action. We keep on killing animals, butchering them, and eat mutton and chicken and etc. And then we start doing yoga. What is the point? Himsa and yoga do not go together. We do not understand. We think yoga is just a health, from a health point of view, but it's not. It is nothing but yoga is linking your soul to the Brahman, linking to the soul to that infinite power. And that's possible only when you follow Yama. And then Niyama, of course, certain restrictions. Then Yama, Niyama, Asanasu, Pranayama, breath control. Then Pratyahara. So these are the 5 things that you need to do. The Pranayama, the Pratyahara. So the whole point I am trying to tell you is, please understand that it is certainly necessary for us to go by heart. Because if you go by heart, you can never be wrong. If you go by head, you are confused. You don't know whether you're using right brain or left brain. And most likely you will believe left brain because it has something to do with the world. It has something to do with your income. It has something to do with money. It has something to do with logic. It has something to do with rational analysis, etc., etc. So therefore, that is the reason. But in heart, there is nothing like left or right. The heart is kind, that's all. So that's why we say, go by heart. You will always be right. Because heart teaches kindness. Okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Right. Anything else? It's already 7:45. So I have given you my telephone number, etc. I didn't want to waste my time showing you PPTs, etc. But I will send you, those of you who are interested, a few PPTs and a few links to the videos. I will send you what you could watch. Send me a mail and I will send. It's already 7:45. Mr. Sudhakar, who is the host for this program, will render a prayer. Till he renders the prayer, please don't leave the class. Don't leave the session. If any other question, I can answer one more question if you want. I have no problem. But only thing is, the other participants may be having some difficulty. But all of us are sitting in our homes, comfortably homes, and then watching. No problem. If nothing else, if nothing, none of you have any question, I will ask Sudhakar to render the Vedic prayer, and then we'll leave.
Hi, sir.
Is it okay?
Sir, hi, sir. My name is Dilip, sir.
Dilip, tell me.
Sir, I have only one question. So we have this, you have explained like head and mind and heart. But how can we get to know like whatever the suggestion is given by mind or heart? Sorry to ask this, but I'm a little bit confused.
Okay. No. There's nothing to confuse. If it is to benefit yourself, it is the head that is giving you. If it is to benefit others, if it is to help others, your heart is giving you that. Because heart is always kind to others. And mind is always concerned with self. You may say that, of course, self-interest also is necessary. It's not that you cannot ignore your own health and then help others. That's okay, I agree. But whenever you see that the heart is giving you something, it's always trying to be kind, compassionate to the fellow human beings or other living creatures. So you are trying to do something else. If it is trying to help you or your own career, your own future, etc., it is probably the mind that is guiding you. If it is involved with selfishness, it is mind. If it is involved with charity or compassion, it is heart. Is it clear? Are you clear, Dilip?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
So the moment,
yes, thank you, sir.
There is no selfishness involved in this. It does not benefit you personally, but it benefits. When Ramanuja, was given a secret mantra and said, "Don't give this to anybody else," he went onto the rooftop and said everybody that mantra. He said, "If it can benefit so many people, even if I go to hell, how does it matter? It doesn't matter." So as long as, though he went by heart, he did not go by. If he had not disclosed this mantra to anybody else, then he was going by mind. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for clearing, sir.
God bless you all. My simple suggestion to all of you before I hand over to Sudhakar is, please remember to respect your parents and grandparents. Don't send them to old age homes or don't ill-treat them in their old age. They gave birth to you. You have a moral responsibility to take care of them. Okay? And don't do anything that will make them feel bad that they gave birth to you. Always remember, whenever you are doing anything, if this becomes public tomorrow, how will my mother and my father feel? How will their reputation affect? So don't do anything that will make them to lower their head before others. Okay? So don't spend time gainfully and live a life where you can keep your head up all the time. Don't bend your head. Self-respect is the most important thing. Don't lower your head before anybody in your lifetime. Keep your head up all the time. What Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore said, remember, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. So keep your head always high. Whether the amount of money you earn is not important, but how happy you are is important. Happiness brings you more success. It is not the success which brings you happiness. Success is like a marriage. You will never achieve anything success if you are running out of success. But happiness, it is within you. If you are not happy with what you have today, you are never going to be happy in your entire life. If the whole world is given to you, you are not. You'll become like that Alexander the Great. Okay? So great. So talking to you all, I am happy. I enjoyed this 1 hour and 20 minutes time. Thank you, Sudhakar, for being a host. You can now take over and give your Vedic prayers. Yeah. Sudhakar, are you online?
So shall I start the prayers?
Yeah, please.
Om Dhanavavatu Sahanunattu Sahaviryam Karavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Mavidvishavai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, friends. Thanks a lot. God bless you all. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Amma. Thank you so much.
Sir.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I enjoyed my class. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I wish you all the best. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Amma.
sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Amma. Thanks, Atali.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. God bless you all. God bless you all. God bless you all. Yeah. God bless you, sir. From all over the country, the participants are there. That's what made me more happier today. Thank you. Okay. Okay.